This is your Fox 47 News Flash.
Welcome to your Fox 47 News Flash from the Digital Newsroom. I'm Chris Lewis, and these are the top stories that we're following. There are 78 historical markers in Ingham County, and on Tuesday, the county gained one more. Delhi Charter Township is honoring a former slave and Union soldier who was lynched more than 100 years ago. Historians say John Taylor was born in Kentucky around 1847 and was freed after joining the Union Army. Taylor served in the 1st Michigan Colored Infantry during the Civil War and was lynched in Mason around 1866. Bill Savage, retired Holt Public School history teacher, taught his students Taylor's story and jump-started efforts with the Delhi Township and several others in the community to remember him. He certainly is getting a measure of recognition, which is long overdue, said Savage, who attended the dedication ceremony in Taylor's honor. The ceremony formally named John Taylor Memorial Park in Holt and unveiled a Michigan historical marker designating the park as a historic site. Historians say that Taylor is the only known lynching to take place in Ingham County. Members of the community came to the park Tuesday to celebrate his life. It's been a tough year for farmers, and now it's getting a lot tougher. The recent snow has farmers struggling to harvest their crops, and now it's a race against time and the cold. Farmers are at a standstill as they wait for the snow to melt off their crops. But because snow will clog the combine, farmers won't be able to harvest until the snow is melted from the crops. Hundreds of acres of crops are still in the ground, unable to be touched. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says that only 33% of corn used for grain has been harvested so far. Usually the average is 64%. This has already been a tough year for farmers after heavy rains in the spring caused a late planting season. One farmer says that he is using this year as a learning experience. Farmers say that they are hopeful this harvest season will be similar to last year's. Last November, farmers saw a lot of snow, but followed by a mild December. Some farmers were out in the fields after Christmas. Drivers are slipping and sliding down a lot of neighborhood streets in Lansing. People who live on those streets say that they're not happy. It's just slippery, said Keontae Wilson, a Lansing resident. It's like nothing's being done. No salt, no nothing. Winter's early arrival left over 5.6 inches of snow on the roads. Complete ice. There's snow and then there's ice underneath, said Nina Van Buren, another frustrated resident. There's sliding and there's no stopping. They're in horrible condition. Crews plowed through major streets, but some residents say that they're still waiting to get the snow cleared on their block. The first day when the snow came down and there wasn't nobody come out and did anything really, it was like I saw maybe 2 trucks, but then the second day they did a little better, Wilson said. City officials say that the timing of the first winter storm came during leaf pickup season. They say that leaf and snow combination could block driveways and create more problems during plowing. It's rivalry week for Spartan Wolverine football as the two teams are meeting at high noon this Saturday. Michigan State coach Mark D'Antonio has an 8-4 record against Michigan in his career. His team is a 2-touchdown underdog for Saturday's game in Ann Arbor. It will be about 35 degrees but dry. Workers were busy Tuesday in Michigan Stadium clearing more than 9 inches of snow off 100,000 seats. Michigan has artificial turf, so preparing the field isn't nearly as challenging as getting the big house prepared for Saturday's crowd. D'Antonio said that he wants to make sure that his team is fully prepared to play to win. We want to be ready to play and shake off the past and give ourselves our best chance to win. We've won there before, and it should be another tough game, and we want to be fully prepared for everything involved with it, D'Antonio said. However, quarterback Brian Lewerke said he got his bell rung in last Saturday's game, which begs the question, should he have been allowed to stay in the last Saturday's game after the blow to his head? He stayed down for a while after the play, and his teammate even signaled to the sidelines to send a trainer onto the field. He stayed in and threw a crucial interception on the next play. D'Antonio was asked about all of this, and D'Antonio said that he was convinced Lewerke was okay physically and left him in the game. We asked him if he was okay, and he assured us he was, and he waved it off. So we were convinced he was fine. No concerns, no nothing, D'Antonio said. What is a bit more suspicious, however, is on the next play, Lewerke threw a game-changing interception. This pick returned for a 70-yard touchdown, and the Illini were in the game big time after trailing by 25 points in the first half. But the Lewerke says that the pass had nothing to do with the fact that he might have been concussed, as the term goes. Learn more about all of these and all Mid-Michigan's breaking news on fox47news.com.